Jimi Hendrix is the most influential guitarist of our modern age, perhaps even of all time. He's the guitar hero's hero, and never clear of a conversation on the greatest of all time. I remember growing up, every major publication putting Hendrix in the #1 spot, like it was reserved for him. There was Hendrix, and then the rest, usually followed by David Gilmour from Pink Floyd or Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin. It just goes to show how rock and roll dominated this list was. All that is crap. You can't really rank guitarists. What's not crap, though, is that he was magical. Very well worth the hype. He still is, to this very day, a very unique sound. I don't think I've ever heard anyone sound like him. What's so great about him? Obviously, there's a lot that goes into the Hendrix legend. To his smart social commentary, to his tragic early death.
The Jimi Hendrix experience is over. The acid rock musician died today in a London hospital, apparently from an overdose of drugs.
A lot makes up why Hendrix is Hendrix, but we don't care about that crap. We're here for the music. And I believe all you need is around 34 seconds of the intro to his song, Little Wing. For context, Little Wing is a 1967 song written by Hendrix for his second album, Axe's Bold as Love. Hendrix wrote it emulating his hero, Curtis Mayfield, whom he was heavily influenced by. He clearly used this sound as an early blueprint. Curtis Mayfield is someone worth checking out. Lyrically, it's very difficult to pin down what the hell Hendrix is talking about. I mean, there was a lot of drugs back then. Nothing was very clear. But it feels like a song about flying, or airplanes, or angels. And it's also one of those songs that Hendrix emphasizes the feminine qualities that he likes. Again, I think it's intentionally not clear what this song is about. The music, on the other hand, you can clearly analyze, which is what we'll do by breaking down this little intro, around 34 seconds, into two parts. The theory behind it and the techniques. Let's dig in. So the song is in the G major key, or E minor, depends on how you look at life. And it's very straightforward, except for a couple of nifty tricks that set it apart as interesting and different sounding to the ear as compared to what's on the radio typically. Its chords are, without including the Hendrix contribution, E minor, G major, A minor, E minor again, B minor, A minor, and then here's where it gets interesting. He plays a G add 9, an A add 9, and then an F add 9, then a C, and then a D. There are two moments that really make the intro. The first moment is him playing that F add 9 chord, which doesn't belong in the G major key. It belongs in the parallel key to the G major, the G minor. That's where the F major is, and that's where he borrowed that chord. And it sounds wonderful. That's how it sounds. That one. This chord sort of builds tension, finally getting resolved by going back to the G major and playing the C chord. It just feels nice, these two chords after each other. The second moment is the use of these add 9 chords, which instantly transforms the song into something way more precise and way more interesting, with a ton more character. Hendrix played different. He was left-handed and very innovative in his playing style, using his left-hand thumb frequently to control the groove. And his signature double stops are used effectively to highlight these delicious Hendrix notes. And that's essentially what he does in the intro. He transforms these simple chords into an attention-grabbing intro, adding nothing but simple pentatonics mixed with some passing blues notes. There's no rocket science here, just beautifully played music. The 30 seconds or so, which you can expand to the rest of the song, are genuinely interesting musically. There's a lot of value in understanding why things sound the way they do. Having said that, I doubt that 20-something-year-old Hendrix knew exactly what he was doing. There was simply too much drugs for that. It wouldn't make sense. But interesting music will stand the test of time, and when further analyzed, it will become clear why it sounds so good, as opposed to, say, a simple pop progression that you've heard 1,000 times before. Little Wing will be remembered for as long as human beings exist. Timeless music usually has that quality. It always gives the listener a reason to get hooked. Hendrix was masterful at that, for both musicians and non-musicians. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.